So while we're sitting here in queue for the next 50 seconds, let's take a few seconds to respond to a few comments, shall we? The one that I'm thinking about in particular is one that I got on last Tuesday's video, the one with me bitching about the player base. One of them, well, actually a bunch of them were actually about the mods that I run. In particular, I think Build Viewer was one that a lot of people weren't happy about, and all I'm going to say is that mods are, first of all, free, and they're approved by Wargaming above that, so it's not any type of pay to win shit that I have seen people claim that before. I have also seen lots of people bitching about oh, these mods should get you banned. They are officially approved by Wargaming and are not going to do that. So, in light of that, I am also going to say that mods are very easy to install. All you have to do, really, most of the effort is just selecting which mods you want, and then no matter whether you're using Aslins or ModLoader, the program will just do all the work for you. So it's not like you have to do any actual work. And they're, like I said, they're available to everyone. They're approved by Wargaming. They're free and they're easy to install. So if you are one of those people watching this video who's thinking something like, "Oh, those mods should get you banned. You shouldn't be able to see other people's builds, man," and that sort of thing, I'm just going to go ahead and say that if you are one of those people who do not use mods, just be aware that it is your choice to well, I don't want to say actively, but then again, it kind of is, because just of how big of a difference and how big of a help mods can be. It is your choice to shoot yourself in the foot like that. If you choose to not use mods when you could, then that's really no one else's fault but your own. And if you're also one of those people who don't like your builds being seen, then I'm just gonna say, don't run stupid builds and no one will have reason to bitch at you. That's not even that complicated. What's that saying? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Just don't play the stupid game and you won't get bitched at for being a liability to your team every single game. But anyway, that aside, I haven't even talked about the matchmaking. Carrier's fun, and I really don't care about anything else. There's double stored. That's interesting. Of course, here comes the carriers. I'm just gonna smoke up right here. I'm gonna hope that they're gonna... No. That stored is in division with another one. So I don't know where his div mate is. Is that how you play stored, by the way? Is that good? Or no? Is that carrier actually about to fucking blind strike me? I think he was actually about to do that. Oh, there's the other fucking stored. Hello? Well, I do have a Nürnberg right here, so we should be okay. There's the Fantask. Hipper is fucking sending it. It would be funny if we can blind fire kill this fucking stored, but it... no, stored's gonna just haul ass. Alright, fair enough to him. And the Hipper went into that other stored smoke, so we're able to immediately go dark, which is nice. Also, I said, I think on Friday, I was talking about the Mahan and it being a pretty cracked DPM boat for the tier that it is. I thought that it had 154-ish DPM. Turns out it's 165, which, fun fact, is more than fucking Fletcher. Granted, Mahan does not get access to the tier 9 concealment module that Fletcher gets, or the slot 6 reload module that Fletcher also gets. So overall, when fully built, Fletcher will come out ahead, but still, At base values, Mahan is very cracked. I honestly might revisit Mahan one of these days. I'm also bouncing everything. Hello? I'm about to fucking beach in front of a hipper. That good? I think we should be okay. As long as we don't eat any of his torpedoes, which we're not going to. They're still being spotted. Okay, that was by the Richelieu right there. Stored is still in the cap, and we know that because C is being flipped, and we know it's not the Richelieu, although it technically could be the Bismarck, which would not be ideal, but no, it's the Stored. That checks out. And all of his guns are also no. Those guns are just really weird looking, and it's actually kind of hard to see which way that they're facing, but there's Bismarck's secondaries. Hello, aim. Okay, whatever. Stored gets away because I'm fucking trash at the game. That checks out. To the surprise of absolutely nobody, I'm fucking trash at the game. Richelieu is pushing around. Stored. Understandably, the Stored does not want to stick around due to the health that he's on. And the fact that I outspot him. And his low health. None of those factors are particularly what you call ideal circumstances. That Bismarck, is he blacklisted? Yeah, he is. That checks out. No, I'm not going to shoot at the Stored. I don't want to eat a Richelieu salvo, because that Richelieu does have guns pointing this way, so he's expecting me to be spotted at some point. Naturally, as soon as I launch the torps is when he turns, but it's whatever. Just gonna round this island here to block his line of fire. That Richelieu is on a double fire now. Did he DCP it? He did not. I don't know if it's because his DCP is down or if it's because he's expecting to be, or if he's just holding his DCP for something, but there's a Fantastic in my face, which is not ideal. He is most likely about to pop a reload booster. And he's definitely turning for torpedoes right now. Yep. As soon as he started turning broadside, that is very indicative of him about to launch torpedoes. Richelieu pops out at the most not ideal moment. We're probably going to take some damage here. Or he's just not even going to point his guns at me. That is very courteous of him, actually. The Stored, for some reason, did not cap C, even though he easily could have right there. Although the Richelieu, his Richelieu is just gonna die. He's burning, he's flooding, and he's getting shot at. So, he is dead. Stored is not gonna kill the Normandy. There is also a Bismarck, just kind of pressing W. Which, honestly, kind of hoping that he's going to kill this Normandy. Especially after he munches on a bunch of fucking Stored torpedoes. Just for the time extension so we can farm more damage. Bismarck, I think has 15-inch guns. I don't know if they overmatch a Normandy or not. I guess they do. That was a relatively angled Normandy who just got like 10k through the nose. That Stored is about to have Auckland problems, so best of luck to him. And just gonna wait to slow down. Wait for our smoke to cover us. Then we're gonna farm. Although this Bismarck is going to bow tank. Is he? Oh, he's accelerating again. No, he's definitely running Hydro. Those torpedoes were spotted very, very early. Just gonna avoid that. He DCP'd one fire. Well, okay, never mind. Literally, that was a not even 10-minute game, I don't think. Hold on. That was so fucking trash, man. And this kind of just goes back into what I was talking about on the last Tuesday. 702 XP on their top earner, and then it plummets down to fucking 468 and below. 15, by the way. And then it goes from 1600 and then plummets down to 1185. Like, and then this is a fucking like 9-minute game too, because then they all just fucking died. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna fucking say anything else about that. We're just gonna play another one because that was ass. And then we're going to get the same thing except in reverse, where it's our team or possibly us who ints and kill ourselves right at the start, which has been known to happen in the past. Because I do tend to be a little aggressive for my own good, and you don't often see it on YouTube because my YouTube games are to a certain degree cherry picked. I do upload some pretty meg games at the same time, but a lot of the time, or not really a lot of time, about like maybe 2/3 of the time ish, give or take, or the games are relatively cherry picked, at least to some extent. And that's really not like me trying to like show off like anything or like only upload good games. That's just trying to upload games that are at least somewhat interesting or something that you can learn from, like the team playing Kleber game that I uploaded, I think 2 Saturdays ago, where I was playing in division with a Hindenburg, and I spent more time just kind of spotting and playing for caps more than I was farming, which you don't really see a lot from Klebers, which is why I uploaded it, because it just shows like a different thing that a ship can do, whether it's made for it or not, or whether you build for it or not. It's hard to explain, but I do cherry pick games to a certain degree. Sometimes I don't. Like if I'm feeling like absolutely fucking dead, I'm just like, fuck it. Did I last longer than 5 minutes? All right, that's good enough. Just roll with it. But whatever. Enough of that. Let's see here. No radar to speak of, although there's another funny button that I actually don't even remember what it does. It looks like it's similar to the San Martin funny button, though, where it reloads your consumables super fast. Asashio, Mahan, Gade, whatever, for destroyers, an Undyne for submarines to piss me off. No carriers this time, though, which is nice. The Akatsuki is not running survivability expert. There we go. Fubuki, I mean, well, okay. There we go. Alright, whatever. Fubuki and the Baltimore are both heading directly towards C, which I would rather... Our entire team on that side is heading directly towards C. This right here is how you get fucking crossfire to hell. Because our entire team, well, all 3 ships that spawned over here are just immediately fucking right off. Which is not ideal, to say the least. There is a Mahan that I actually don't want to gunfight right now. He is in radar range, though. Is he going to slow down? Of course he is not. Just going to smoke up right here and let the Baltimore... possibly let the Baltimore radar him. Hello? Is he just not going to hit his fucking radar? Is that what we're... Oh my... Okay. It's a fucking destroyer. Like, the cap is literally being flipped. You saw the destroyer there, and you didn't radar him. Okay. This is what we're putting up with today. North Carolina, possibly the Auckland and the Nagato are all going to be walking down the 8, 9, 10, most likely, because our entire team fucked off from there, including the one radar cruiser who had coverage on the Cat, by the way. Just going to launch another set of Make-A-Wish torpedoes down at that smoke screen, and we're going to turn out towards here, around this island, and then try and go out a little bit wide on this side, just so we don't round the corner and then suddenly find like a fucking Astros, or not Astros, a Auckland immediately in our face. Although I think the Astros is actually there too, if I'm reading that blob of names right. This Nagato spotter plane, and that right there is why I went a little bit wider. I mean, I could have gone a little bit wider still, but it's whatever. Here's the gate, and now is when the fucking Baltimore wants to hit his radar. Not when there's a Mahan that we honestly probably could have killed. Skatas just... no, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a shot on the Gator. He's just going to turn out and back behind that island. Nagato, I don't think is going to be pushing into torpedo range at all. I don't know where the Mahan... Okay, the Mahan actually fucked off completely. So they don't have a destroyer on this side, I actually don't think. No, they don't, because the Gade, the Auckland... Or not the Auckland. The Auckland's not a fucking destroyer. What the hell am I saying? The Mahan, the Gade, and the Asashi are all confirmed to be somewhere else. Let's see. What do you think the chances of this Nagato straight lining are? Just gonna wait for this, Auckland to slow down, because he's most likely gonna slow down to try and let his smoke cover him. And he can't shoot his guns here, else he'll just be spotted again. I don't think any of those are gonna hit. No, the fucking Auckland spotted them, unfortunately. Honestly, if the Auckland didn't spot them, I honestly think that Nagato would have straight lined that entire time. Now we're just gonna probably have to be playing the lead their team on a fucking wild ass goose chase. No fire, a little unfortunate. Blind fire from the Auckland, that's fine. I think his smoke's actually expiring now. Looks to be. Yeah, it's definitely expired right now. Just gonna launch more torpedoes out for the Nagato. Maybe he'll straight line, maybe he won't. It really doesn't matter too much. Really, my main goal right now is just keep these guys busy. Baltimore, I'm not gonna be able to save. He's just too low health at this point for trying to save him to be worth the effort and the consumable investment. The Fubuki, of course, also killed himself. The one who had like a million tier 1 skills for no reason. I really want to shoot this Auckland right here. What I really need to have happen is for this Auckland to either go down or just fuck off. That Nagato did eat some of those torpedoes as well. Okay. That Auckland is actually going to block his own line of fire right now, so I'm going to just try and get this Nagato dealt with. We know he DCP'd that flood that the torpedoes caused. We're just going to wait for him to fire like that. Take a bit of overpen damage. Not ideal. More than I would have liked, but it is okay. Because he's going to be spotted still. Just going to aim to hope to get some fires going on him. There's one fire, because we know his DCP is down. Just gotta launch more torpedoes. He is gonna nose into us, though, which is slightly annoying. He's gonna actually turn really wide out. Oh, there goes the Auckland. That takes care of that problem. Gate is not gonna. I think he's not gonna have the angle to go around there. Asturias, whatever the fuck it's pronounced. He's gonna go down. That's fine. That Nagato actually loaded HE, by the way. We are running the risk of the Gaeta hydroing us right here, but I don't think he's going to clear the island. Well, he hasn't been spotted in 30 seconds, so he easily could round that corner if he wanted to at this point. But he's not going to be spot. Oh, he is. That Baltimore's actually still alive? Hello? What the fuck? Okay, that guy is just going to chill over there on the rock. That's fine. If he wants to be radared in front of a Massachusetts, best of luck to him. Baltimore's actually dark right now. Nagato, I think, turned south right there, because if he was turning out like that, yeah, he turned south. If he was turning out, I believe I would have spotted him. His torpedoes are launched a little bit ahead, but and he's just gonna turn right in. No, I launched those torpedoes a bit ahead of where the indicator was leading, and the reason I did that was because I was expecting him to turn out previously, but he's just gonna turn hard in. We're just gonna wait for him to shoot. That Nagato actually switched to HE after shooting at me with AP. He switched to HE and just continued to fire HE at everything. Is that good or like no? Just gonna let my rear turrets do the work right now. If he tries to rush us, we'll have torpedoes ready. We're also gonna be down on caps though. We really need this Nagato to be dealt with. There's fires. There's his spotter plane, which is suboptimal. How the hell is he that still detecting us? Shut the fuck up. We're gonna see if our armor piercing can put in any work here. Slightly. Here's another fire. And he's... Alright, he's about to hard turn in, it looks like. There's fires. I'm not going to be able to get more torpedoes off, not without inting into a line of sight. I mean, we're about to be detected in 10 seconds in a few seconds anyway because of this spotter plane. There goes the DCP, but that Nagato actually shot at the Baltimore, I believe, is what he shot at there. It's the Loria. On the bright side, this Nagato did burn the DCP, so we know that if he catches fire again, he is dead. I'm just gonna have to take the hit here, because we need this Nagato to go down. Only one shell, that's fine. Shatter, shatter, shatter. He's actually gonna heal through that single fire, so I'm gonna have to just spam him down here. Try and kill him before he reloads. There you go, he is down. Okay. We are ahead on points, but we're also triple capped, which is not the position we want to be in. But the good news right now is that we have a pretty clear opening to step into C. Shut the fuck up. We have a pretty clear opening to step into C. B does have the Mahan in it, and he does have, I mean, 6k is not a lot, but it's still more than our Akatsuki and the Mahan. I think oh, well, never mind. The Mahan does have a pretty actually a surprisingly nasty amount of DPM for a tier 7 destroyer, which is actually more than I remember it having. It might have gotten buffed at some point and I didn't notice, but I could have sworn that Mahan used to have like 150 something thousand DPM, but no, it's 165, which is more than Fletcher, by the way. So actually pretty cracked, although it does pay for it by having 6.7 kilometer concealment, which I think is like one of the worst in tiers for concealment. That is not ideal. That actually brought those scores relatively close. I mean, there's about, what is that, 70 points separating two teams right now. Although the Akatsuki's about to step into B. I'm already in C, so we're pretty much set, because the last two ships they have left alive are off in fucking Narnia. So, whatever. They're about to play some grab ass over there. You'll love to see it. Battleships in spawn. Last ones left alive on their team in spawn playing grab ass. That is the most that is one of the most common like that. You can make a fucking bingo game out of this shit. Like okay, let's think of some bingo squares here. HE battleships, that can be one square. Let's see. Someone on your team has either no captain because I guess the crew mutinied and threw the captain overboard. That's a possibility. Or they have just like all tier 1 and tier 2 skills. Battleships sitting in spawn playing grab ass. Let's see, we could have like another game. The blowout like we had last game where one team just loses in less than 10 minutes. What else is there? No survivability expert destroyer players. At least one person on the team gets death struck. The fucking Bismarck's on your team is doing that. Just gonna use this island here to get our farm on the North Carolina. I'm gonna try to not int into gun range of the Gneisenau so we can just not be detected here. What the hell was that? Shatter, shatter, shatter. It's a fire. Wait for our smoke to cover us. And he's gonna blind shoot. Because, of course. They're actually gonna get a hit, though. Which is mildly annoying. Gneisenau's also turning in. I think the North Carolina should outspeed those torpedoes. North Carolina is fast as far as battleships are concerned. Or at least by battleship standards. North Carolina is pretty fast. I think it's like 27 knots. And he actually blind fired me again, which is really annoying. But it's whatever, because he's the one who's going to lose the game. And we're not. So really, at the end of the day, I mean, HE battleships are not exactly ideal. It's whatever. At least it was better than the last game. Akatsuki actually did pretty well. He placed top of the team, so, you know, as much as I was talking shit to him earlier, or not to him, but about him, I think he had like some stupid captain build that didn't have SC if I remember correctly, but whatever. I mean, better, but not much better, so, I mean, yeah. Anyway, that is going to be enough for today. My brain hurts, so I will see you tomorrow. Or not really tomorrow, because tomorrow, or actually, yeah, tomorrow is fucking Tuesday. What the fuck am I saying? This is what this game does to me. It literally kills my fucking brain cells, man. Wait, hold on, let me check that. Tomorrow is, yeah, it is Tuesday. Never mind, I'm fucking stupid. Never mind. Whatever. I'll see you tomorrow.